So I've spoken about checks and balances, and I'd like to go into a little bit more detail about the separation of powers. So we've got the executive, or the administration, the legislature, and the judiciary. Each one has a very distinct role, but there is, of course, overlap between what they do. That is our checks and balances. But we need to ensure not only that each of the branches of government have not overstepped their roles in terms of what is constitutionally permitted, but that they haven't overstepped their roles to the extent that they're taking on the role of another branch of power. So what we see is the test for the checks and balances is, has one branch of the government overreached its power and trespassed into the terrain of another? For example, has the judiciary gone and created policy? This would be an executive competency. And we see in case law, specifically in the Mazibuko case, where the Constitutional Court shied away from interacting with the question of creation of policy so as not to overstep its competencies. The next question is, has one branch shown deference and discourtesy to another? For example, has the legislature gone and created laws that would remove executive implementational power? Have they gone and disrespected that divide between the two branches? And when one branch is overreached, what's the remedy? The remedy is either, in the example of the judiciary overstepping to the legislature, that the legislature creates laws. When the legislatures overstep to the executive, that would then be adjudicated in the judiciary. And so on and so forth. So there are remedies in law, there are remedies in common law, and there are remedies with regards to the prerogatives that the executive has. We need to be very mindful of the checks and balances, as well as the remedies available to us, to ensure that we are conceptualizing about litigation in the right way as lawyers.